Hello everyone, I am Squall. Welcome back to this best of 9 between VVV Gaming and sMi as part of the Underrated Team League. In the last game we saw Nazgul, the fearsome ring wraith, get kind of crushed by this guy here, Daze. And Daze is really good, like he's top rank masters. So, you know, there's certainly no... There's no shame in Nazgul losing to him, but this here is VVV Tough, the last hope, the Obi-Wan Kenobi of VVV Gaming. He is our only hope at this point because it's a best of 9. If sMi wins one more, they will have taken the set. But if anyone can bring it back, it is Tough. We did see him take out a very good Zerg in Proficient in Aspire versus Pew Pew Game 6. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check that one out. That one was pretty intense, with Tough playing very, very well, and it was awesome. So, yep, TVZ Inc. And, Aiden freaking out a little bit. Well, if they both think that it's cross only, then that's good. He's actually not scouting cross first. Huh. What? Oh, whatever. Anyways. So, Days going hatch first. Making Zerglings. And, you know, doing stuff. Wait, who's played 8,600? Days? Or Tough? Waiting for them to answer. Anyways, we got a bit of dancing going here because the drone wants to block the command center. It does for a little while, but Tough gets a Marine out and repels the drone for great justice. Which, hilariously, there is a spell in Guild Wars 2 called For Great Justice. And your character literally shouts For Great Justice when you use it. It is the best thing ever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go watch the, what was it called? I want to say it was called Zero Wing Rhapsody. It was... was it that? It was basically, there was this really old Japanese game that was localized very, very poorly for America. It had very bad translation. And, so, like, a lot of the dialogue was translated very awkwardly. And basically there was this, like, music video type thing made where, you know, they sung out, you know, these various voice parts, and, you know, like, there's these evil cat aliens. They remind me a bit of the Kirathi from Ring Commander, actually. But, you know, they're like, you know, how did it go again? I can't remember. It was like, you have no chance to survive, make your time. You know, all your base are belong to us. If you've ever heard that, it came from this. And For Great Justice also came from that same game translation thing. So, dude, I need to watch that again. That thing was so fun. Oh man. Anyway, so Tough going for a Hellion opener. Pretty typical. Even though you know, Hellions aren't as good as they used to be because, you know, Queens are really good now against Hellions. You know, they're still good for getting scouting information. You know, you can potentially kill some outlying Zerglings. And it just kind of keeps you safe, because if you have Hellions up here, you can see if an attack is coming, right? So, it's a good thing to do, in my most humble of opinions. So, what else? Okay, we got a starport, so, pretty typical stuff. Gonna want to get his medevac pretty darn quick. Or wait a sec. He just made a tech lab and moved off it. Okay, this is gonna be... Is he gonna move the starport over there? Wow, he is. Okay, so I guess it's gonna be Banshees. I guess... Okay, Hellion Banshee makes sense, actually. It's not uncommon or anything. Not sure why I'm surprised by it. So yeah, it's just a very harassing-oriented style. You know, the Hellions can roam about, keep you safe, you know, give you lots of info. Banshees can scoot into the back, potentially pick off some drones, force some spore crawlers, and then at home, you know, you make bunkers, you make walls, and you can generally remain safe against link run-bys and things of that nature. So this is going to be Cloak Banshee. Has one already been made, or is it just... I think it's just the first one being built now. Yeah. So, but if he's getting Cloak, I think he's definitely going to get more than one Banshee, because it'd be a little bit silly to get Cloak for only one Banshee. And this could actually be what is it? Hopefully you didn't see that. I was doing a tabbing thing, so I had a little thing hopping up here. I don't think it shows up actually, but anyways, it's a mech Banshee build, and Day9 actually featured it on one of his episodes. And you just make tons and tons of Banshees, and since Zerg don't usually get like Muta, you know, it can be pretty effective. Alien's gonna get up in here, potentially kill a bunch of drones, but Tough not microing quite as well as he could, losing quite a few Hellions to just a handful of Zerglings. And I would say this is definitely not worth it all. At all. Banshee didn't even get any kills. Did he get any workers? He didn't kill any workers with that. So, yeah, Tough just lost something like 6 Hellions and killed a few Zerglings, and that's it. And the Queens are already there, ready to repel the Banshee. And wow, my throat is getting really sore. Oh, man. Oh, no, and he does lose the Banshee. Oh. Next time I do casting like this, I need to remember to just get like a giant... Okay, I have a pint glass. I don't actually drink alcohol, but I have a pint glass, because why not? I like filling it with milk. And, you know. But, yeah, I should just fill that pint glass with water and keep it next to me. And that way my throat doesn't get so sore. Because that would be a good thing to not happen. Anyways, so Tough still just staying with the Hellion, doing what he can. But losing Hellions here and there is not good. You want to get as many Hellions as possible, you know, as part of the build. You need a lot of Hellions to buffer the damage, deal AoE damage, and wow, that's quite a few Banelings. And looks like Daze might be thinking about doing some sort of push here with that many Banelings. So, Aiden is really attached to Broodlords, guys, in case you hadn't noticed. So, Tough could be in a spot of trouble here. He doesn't really have very much at all. This command center will restrict Zergling movement just like a tiny bit, but, you know, not very much. And, this could be really, really bad for Tough, actually. How many Marines is he? He only has 3 Marines, so he's going to need to fill that bunker in a hurry, and hopefully get this up. Looks like he was trying to take what used to be the gold, just cuz, I guess, but, didn't. Hellion's moving out. If he micros this really, really well, he might be able to kill a bunch of Banelings. But, this is risky, you know. This many Zerglings can easily wrap around all the Hellions if he's not careful. But, wow, looks like Tough's going to be able to push that back. That's a bit surprising to me. Dave's made a lot of stuff. I thought he was going to push up and just try to flood in. The Mutas are out now, though, and Hellions, not so good against Mutas. And oh no, losing so many Hellions! Banshee's going to be able to kill off a bunch of stuff, but there's a bunch of Mutas about to swing into his base, and he has a single Thor and 4 Marines, and that's it. Or, excuse me, 2 Thors. One just finished. Thor's here. Don't worry, guys. It'll all be okay. And oh, wow. That one Muta took a lot of damage, and Tough having just barely enough to hold back that stuff. But here comes the Zergling run by on this base, lifts up just in time. That Banshee will be able to kill off a lot of stuff. Tough controlling his Hellions quite well. Manages to pick off everything. But where are the Thors? Thor's here. Don't worry. But, these command centers are quite exposed, and so's that Banshee actually just hanging out there. Don't worry, guys. I can confirm that indeed the command center is now dead. Wait, did I not get a hairdryer? I must not have enough options enabled to get the legendary command center hairdryer to spawn. That makes me a little bit sad inside. So tough. Got 6 kills on that Banshee. Wonder if that's been darting into the drone line for a little while. And actually just gonna hang out there for a minute. Hopefully he realizes that's there and actually makes use of it at some point, because that would be a good thing. And this drone here is a real lazy bum. He just wants to hang out with his friend all day and not actually work. Because as you can see, he's on move command on that other drone. Yeah. That's a drone who, you know, when he's on his... when he passes away, when he's on the, when he's on his deathbed, there we go. I couldn't think of the phrase. He'll just be like, oh, I didn't accomplish much in life. I was just following my friend around all day long. Because, you know, I didn't want to get on my own and mine my own minerals. I just wanted to play second fiddle to him. How sad. So these minos are going to get in, do a bit of damage, but there's quite a few missile turrets there. And that's good foresight on Tuff's part. You know, if you're going to go for a mech style, which is, you know, very immobile, you need a decent number of missile turrets to safeguard your stuff. But Nidus Worm! Well, there's me and missing stuff on the build queue that I really would have liked to have seen. Tuff very intelligently focusing the Nidus Worm. Will he get it down? Yes, he does. But this is already a decent bit of stuff in his base causing trouble. He should be able to clean this up, especially with Blue Flame Hellion. But he took a fair bit of damage from that. Oh, man. My throat is so unbelievably dry. You have no idea. I really should have grabbed some water. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, Audrey. My wife walked over and gave me her glass of water. She is pretty amazing. Oh, that's so much better. Wow, that makes such a big difference. Anyway, we got more fighting here. That's a lot of length, but that's also a decent number of Blue Flame Hellions. And in case you didn't know, Blue Flame Hellions are very, very good against Zerglings. So, no, Tuff has managed to stabilize pretty decently. Actually, ahead in Harvesters, that's quite surprising. This Banshee's still hanging out here. Neither player noticed. Almost up to 100 energy worth of energy again. So, that's pretty nice. And yeah, Tuff really impressing me with his resilience here. And I really thought at one point when Daze had all the units in Bailings that he was going to win. Oh no, but Tuff losing quite a few Hellions for basically nothing. That's definitely not a very good situation for him. He does have 2 tanks here and 2 Thors. But, okay. Daze is falling back. I think he could have taken that. Thors are not very good against Zerglings. And while tanks are good against Zerglings, they're not good when they're completely unsupported. And Tuff really needs to work on getting a lot more Hellions out in a real hurry. I would actually like to see him get another factory with a reactor on it just to continue producing. Because Hellions are pretty important, especially when the Zerg's going for a Ling-Baneling composition. But, oh boy, Daze does have Brood Lords now. Tuff doesn't have any Vikings. Oh, water is amazing. So, yeah, Tuff could definitely be in trouble when all these Brood Lords arrive at his front door. Tuff is rough. Don't know who he's talking about. Whatever. But building even more factories, even more Thors. How many? 6 Thors. That's a pretty beefy Thor count, man. I like it. And still working on reproducing the Hellion. But here comes another big engagement. Banshee dies for nothing. And these Brood Lords are going to get Tuff so much trouble. Thors can do okay. But, you know, it's definitely not an ideal position. And these tanks are definitely going to go down. Because, well, tanks just aren't very good against flying units. It looks like Tuff is just going to try to get around the Brood Lords and maybe hit a base or something. That would be interesting. Not sure what those Thors were up to. But one of them died, and it was a very sad day indeed. And yeah, Tuff's just trying to kind of get away from the Brood Lords. These Zerglings trying to interdict the Thors so they can get picked off. Yep, pop goes the Thor. She doesn't really go pop, it more goes boom with fire. Yeah, I don't know. Tuff a whole bunch of missile turrets. Unfortunately, missile turrets don't work great against Brood Lords because Brood Lords have a lot of range. They have 9.5 range. Just in case you didn't know. And, oh wow. The Thor anti-air range is actually 10. I didn't know it actually outranged Brood Lords. That's kind of cool. I guess that kind of makes them the Goliath in this game. But, yep, here we go. Thors are working away at it. And, oh wow, some of the Brood Lords are actually in missile turret range. Bit of a mistake by Daze. Pretty fortuitous for Tuff, actually. But, he's kind of losing everything. And Daze is nearly, well, 70 supply up. So Tuff is in a very difficult position, losing his third. And what does he have coming? Well, take a look at the production. Not very much. And this is the problem with mech. If you lose too much stuff, it's very, very, very difficult to come back. It's not like Bio where you can just rebuild, 30 Marines in a heartbeat, right? Mech really takes time to build up, and it's a very potent force. But you have to keep it alive. And it's very positional, and you can't let yourself get surprised by Brood Lords like this. Now, I do think Tuff will be able to eventually repel this, at least in terms of killing off the Brood Lords. But then there's all this stuff coming. And Tuff's production is now being camped. These Hellions going to do the best they can. But the best you can, well, it's not really enough when there's this much stuff at your front door. And as sad as it is to say, I think Tuff is going to have to GG out of this game before too much longer. He's still holding on, he's doing what he can, but it looks like another Nidus Worm went up because, hey, why not? Nidus Worms are pretty fantastic. There's the GG. So, throw down a GG. And, yeah, well, sMi does take the set 4-2. Very sad day indeed. But, yeah, good experience for VVV. Play more games, experience more of these tournament-style settings, gain confidence. It's always a good thing. So, while this is sad, we're okay with it. Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the set, even with me getting really tired and getting a ridiculously sore throat. And generally just suffering the effects of castingitis. But, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will return for the next Team League set, which will be back in the 6-Pool Gaming Team League. So, yeah, check back for that in a few days. I'll see you guys later.